this week on the Phantom Cave YouTube channel, we're going to be talking about Kid Phantom and what is it. What is Kid Phantom? And now we're going to be getting into it. So Kid Phantom, as a lot of people may have known, as a lot of younger fans, this was a comic aimed at a younger audience. And the Kid Phantom first issue came in stock and came in news agencies and comic shops around Australia in 2017, with the last issue coming out in the year 2021. So basically right now, in the last couple of months, we have been seeing the last, probably the last ever issue of Kid Phantom. Now, I only got into the Phantom and reading the Phantom comic strip and reading the Phantom comics done by a few publications in early September, late August in 2016. So this new comic that had been coming out until now was quite good. I actually quite enjoyed it. I've got all the issues here to have a look at, and we'll get into that. So the last issue, as I said, came out a couple of months ago, and that was Kid Phantom number 10. That had two new stories in it, one that was following from the last issue, and as I said, the original series started in 2017 with this comic book being the first issue, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, like, if you've got like kids or a young audience that is doesn't even know about the Phantom, this may be a good option for them to read. It doesn't then mean that they're not missing out on all the good Phantom stories. It just means that these sort of Phantom stories would be aimed at a young audience, so aimed at, say, I don't know, 15 or 10-year-olds or something like that. Probably not in teenagers or anything like that. But these comic books, like when I was growing up and when I was starting to read the Phantom, these comics were a good alternative to actually reading the Phantom that comes out fortnightly in Australia. So we have issue number 2. Now, as I'm about to say, the artist that did these books and illustrated, coloured, and inked these books was Paul Mason, as a lot of people like to call him, Dr. Paul Mason. And yeah, I'll be showing some of the inside pages, interior pages, and it, like this comic, it also had like pull out posters. I never pulled mine out because I just thought that it would be cool to leave them in, so that it would then become a collector's sort of item, because then it's got the full sort of thing. We have a page from issue number 2. We also, in this issue, we had a colouring competition inside, and I actually entered that back in 2017, and that was just a cool experience to be able to colour someone else's artwork, and it was just cool. So other products that we've seen in the last couple of years include Kid Phantom, the trade paperback issue number 1, which the image will be up on screen right now. We saw Kid Phantom posters, signed and unsigned. We saw stickers that were unsigned and signed, and most of those stickers that you would see on few publications' websites were from this series, so they would possibly pull it out, sell it, and get it signed by Paul Mason, which he's an amazing person. I've met him a few times now, and he's a great person. He's a great person to interact with, and a very good artist. So other sort of products we have is Kid Phantom. They had a how to draw Kid Phantom in a Mania magazine, which, if you don't know, if you're an international viewer that's watching this channel, Mania magazine was basically a kid magazine. It was like a kid magazine, so that, I guess, if you had, say, like popular topics going on and kids that would be interested in those topics, that would be one of the magazines to read for like teenagers or kids, basically. As I said, issue number 3, and in this issue we actually saw the first ever Kid Phantom badge come out, which is a first appearance of the Kid Phantom badge. Those badges came out nearly in every comic except for issue 1 and 2, and I think maybe 9 and 10, something like that. That was issue number 4. Issue number 6. No, issue number 5. Yeah, issue number 5, and that had included with it was a Kid Mandrake badge, which was a cool concept. We got to meet him in issue number 6. That had a young Diana badge in it. We then got to see a first appearance of young Diablo, which was basically devil, basically young devil or something like that. We then got to see a new character called Miriran, which I think was related to Guran in a way. That was issue 8. And then speed this up a little bit, we have the 2 new issues, this one being from 2020 and the next one being from 2021, which is the last ever issue. So that is number 9, and this one, the last issue that came out a couple of months ago, and that is being issue number 10. Now, as I said, the artist, writer, and editor for this series was Paul Mason, the writer was Andrew Constant, and the editor for this series was Glenn Ford. Now, we move into another bit of this series with the promotions that were done for this comic series, which the first promo that we had was actually which then included the Kid Phantom Mania magazine. We had a promo included in the 2020 Phantom Annual Extra, and also in, I think, the 2018 Phantom Annual, you got to get with the 2018 Annual, they also put in as an extra as a Kid Phantom face masks, like a face comic book mask, so you could like probably wear it around town or something like that. But who would want to wear that, I guess? The other sort of promo that we actually had was, I'm pretty sure, the 2019 Sydney Supernova event program. There was a little promo to do with Kid Phantom, I'm pretty sure. And as I turn the page, some of the notes for this series were, some of the interesting notes for this series was that most of the issues had Easter eggs in them, which included in issue number 10, which I'll be taking a photo of it. In issue number 10, we had Glenn Ford's name had been used on Glenn Ford's name had been used for the name of the school that Kit was going to. There's Young Phantom, and you can reach out to Dr. Paul Mason, the artist, Andrew Constant, the writer, and the Facebook page for Kid Phantom is on Facebook, and it's called Kid Phantom. So if you wanted to reach out to their Instagram pages, again, first one's called Dr. Paul Mason, second one's called Andrew Constant. So if you've been enjoying this series, if you have not subscribed to the Phantom Cave YouTube channel, you can do so by down below. And as always, like, share, comment if you've been enjoying this series. And as always, keep Phantom Caving, and we'll see you next time.